Hey everyone! I've got a fun challenge to kick things off today. 2 simple questions, each with 2 options. Don't overanalyze, just trust your instincts and pick an answer. Ready? Let's get started. Question 1. Choose one of these 2 paths, but keep your choice to yourself for now. Option A. You're handed $1 million, no catch. Option B. You flip a coin. Heads, you score $2 million. Tails, you walk away with nothing. Got your answer? Awesome. Let's hold on to it and move to the next question. Question 2. Imagine you're in a financial bind, you owe $2 million, and the repayment deadline is breathing down your neck. Pick 1. Option A. You receive $1 million, no strings attached. Option B. Flip a coin. Heads, your debt is completely erased. Tails, you're still on the hook. So, which option did you go with? The answers people give are super revealing. When we run this experiment, something fascinating happens. Most folks who pick the safe option A in question 1 switch to the riskier option B in question 2. Now, let's get nerdy for a second. If you do the math, both option A and option B in both questions have an expected value of $1 million. So, you'd think people would stick with option A in question 2 to chip away at their debt. Right. Nope. The shift from chasing a gain to avoiding a loss changes our mindset, making many of us roll the dice on option B. It's a wild glimpse into how our brains work. If you chose option A for both questions, give yourself a round of applause. You've got the kind of mental clarity that thrives in the stock market. For most people, though, the context flips their choices, and that's what we're diving into today. At first glance, we might assume we make decisions with pure logic. But in reality, the situation, whether we're aiming for a win or dodging a loss, has a huge impact on our choices. We think we're being rational, but our environment pulls the strings. This is where psychology and investing collide, and it sets the stage for a book that's going to blow your mind. This book, The Psychology of Winning in the Stock Market, is by Kamioka Masaki, hailed as Japan's most successful retail investor. It's a deep dive into investment psychology and behavioral finance. Kamioka didn't just stumble into his title, he earned it by mastering the mental side of investing, building a fortune of 5 billion yen, about $34 million, over 23 years. In this video, we'll unpack his insights on behavioral economics and how you can use them to level up your investing game. Stay with me until the end, where I'll share Kamioka's secret strategies for turning psychology into profit. If you're curious about the mind behind the money, this is a must-watch. Let's circle back to those questions. In question 1, when we're looking at a potential gain, we tend to play it safe, grabbing the guaranteed cash. But in question 2, when we're staring down a massive debt, we get bold, willing to gamble to wipe the slate clean. This is called loss aversion, a cornerstone of behavioral finance. It shows we feel losses way more intensely than gains. When we're in a winning position, we pick options that lock in profits. But when we're losing, we shy away from accepting the loss and take bigger risks, hoping to turn things around. Ever heard someone say, "I'm already down so much, might as well keep going"? That's loss aversion in action, and it's a trap that catches many investors. To make this clearer, let's look at prospect theory, a key concept in behavioral economics that every serious investor should know. The y-axis represents your psychological value, how happy or upset you feel. Up is joy, down is pain. The x-axis shows gains or losses. Right is profit, left is loss. Here's the deal. When you make money, your satisfaction climbs gradually. But when you lose money, your emotions take a nosedive. The same dollar amount feels far worse as a loss than it feels good as a gain. For example, gain $10,000, you're happy, maybe at +1 on the satisfaction scale. Lose $10,000, you're crushed, more like -2.5 on the scale. This gap explains why retail investors often sell winning stocks too soon to lock in that feel-good moment, but hold on to losing stocks, desperate to avoid the pain of a loss. It's also why over 90% of retail investors struggle to stay profitable. The market is a wild ride, and we're caught between 2 emotions. Hope. This stock's going to soar. Fear. If I don't act now, I'll lose even more. Prospect theory shows that fear often wins, pushing us into irrational moves like clinging to a sinking stock or buying more to average down. Here's another twist. As losses grow, we start to feel them less. Losing $10,000 stings badly, 2.5 on the emotional scale. But losing $30,000, it's not 3 times worse. Maybe only -4. This is called diminishing sensitivity, and it's why some investors say, I've lost so much already. What's one more bet? It's a dangerous mindset that can spiral into bigger losses. Another mental hurdle is reference dependence. When you buy a stock, your brain anchors to the price you paid. If the stock drops, you think, it'll bounce back, it's just a temporary dip. But the market doesn't care about your purchase price. This is why some investors keep buying a falling stock to average down, hoping to lower their cost basis. Let's be clear, averaging down isn't the same as dollar cost averaging, which is a disciplined strategy to spread investments over time. Averaging down is often a knee-jerk reaction with no guarantee the stock will recover. Before you pour more money in, ask yourself, is this a planned move, or am I just trying to escape the pain of a loss? To avoid these mental traps, make decisions based on the current market reality, not your buy-in price. Ask, is this stock undervalued or overvalued based on its fundamentals or technical indicators? Ignore what you paid and focus on whether it's a smart buy today. Retail investors often get caught up in the crowd's emotions, chasing hot stocks or panic selling during dips. Meanwhile, professional investors use our predictable behavior to their advantage, luring us into buying high and selling low. The fix? Stick to your own strategy, wait for the right moment, and don't stress about missing a rally. The market always offers another chance. Kamioka's book drives home a powerful point. Humans aren't always rational. We make choices clouded by emotions like fear, greed, or confusion. But here's the exciting part. Those same flaws can be your edge. By understanding your mental biases, you can outsmart the crowd and turn traps into opportunities. Think about it. When fear grips the market, that's your chance to scoop up undervalued stocks. When euphoria takes over, stay calm and avoid buying at the peak. When confusion clouds judgment, lean on rational analysis to find clarity. Imagine you're directing a blockbuster. Your investments need a script to keep the plot on track. Kamioka's first habit is to create an investment script, a detailed plan for how you'll handle different market scenarios, from raging bull runs to stomach-churning crashes. This roadmap ensures you're ready for anything, so you're not scrambling when the market throws a curveball. For example, your script might say, if my tech stock drops 10% but earnings are solid, I'll buy more. If it's due to bad news, I'll sell. In 2020, scripted investors snapped up discounted stocks during the COVID dip, while others panicked. To apply this, write down specific buy, sell, or hold triggers for each stock, and stick to them like glue. Discipline is your superpower here, keeping emotions like fear or greed, those loss-aversion traps we talked about, at bay. Nobody's perfect, and the market loves to remind us of that. Kamioka's second habit is to expect mistakes and have a backup plan ready. Losses aren't failures, they're lessons. By preparing for slip-ups, you turn setbacks into stepping stones. For instance, set a stop-loss at 10% to limit damage, or decide in advance to sell if a company's fundamentals tank. Keep a trading journal to log every trade, noting what went wrong and how to fix it. Say you bought a stock hyped on social media, only to lose 20% when the buzz faded. Your journal might reveal you skipped research, a lesson to dig deeper next time. Kamioka built his fortune by learning from early losses, refining his script with each misstep. This habit helps you avoid emotional spirals, like doubling down to prove you're right, which ties to reference dependence. Try it out. What's one mistake you've learned from? Share below. The market's like a mystery novel. Nobody knows the ending. Kamioka's third habit is to accept uncertainty as part of the game and focus on what you can control, like your research, risk limits, or entry points. Chasing every headline or hot tip leads to stress and bad trades. Instead, tune out the noise and stick to verified data like earnings reports or technical charts. For example, in 2022, when inflation fears sparked volatility, Investors who embraced uncertainty bought quality stocks during dips, while others waited for perfect clarity and missed out. To apply this, set rules like never risking more than 2% of your portfolio on one trade and stay flexible for surprises, like a sudden earnings miss. This mindset frees you from the need to predict the unpredictable, keeping you calm when loss aversion tempts you to chase certainty. What's one market unknown you're ready to embrace? Let me know. Investing isn't about being right every time. It's about playing the odds. Kamioka's fourth habit is to think in probabilities, assuming some trades will flop, maybe 40%, while others, maybe 60%, will succeed. This keeps you humble and strategic, avoiding the sure thing trap that leads to overconfidence. Before a trade, estimate its odds based on research. This stock has a 70% chance of rising due to strong demand. Diversify to cushion losses so a 40% miss doesn't sink you. In practice, Kamioka balanced bold bets with small position sizes, ensuring one bad call didn't derail his portfolio. This habit counters emotional biases, like clinging to a falling stock due to reference dependence, by focusing on long-term wins over short-term perfection. Start small, assign probabilities to your next trade, and see how it feels. Success isn't one big jackpot, it's repeating smart habits until they stack into wealth. Kamioka's final habit is to stay consistent, keeping emotions in check and following your rules, win or lose. Whether you're up 50% or down 20%, stick to your script, like setting stop losses or researching thoroughly. For example, after a big win, it's tempting to YOLO into a hot stock. But a consistent investor pauses, checks their plan, and avoids impulse buys. Build routines like reviewing your portfolio weekly to stay on track. Kamioka's discipline, never straying from his rules, turned small, steady moves into billions. This habit fights the emotional highs and lows of prospect theory, ensuring you don't sell winners too soon or hold losers too long. Consistency is what makes you a pro. We've reached the most exciting part of our journey, the 7 winning strategies for stock market investing. Kamioka believes these strategies are the cornerstone of his incredible success. They're the keys to unlocking your investing potential, and we're diving into each one with clear, actionable steps to help you conquer the market. First up, find your investing strength. Decide if you're a long-term investor, targeting undervalued stocks for growth, or a short-term trader, chasing quick price swings. Long-term investors dig into fundamentals like earnings reports, while short-term traders rely on technical charts for timing. Committing to one style prevents emotional missteps driven by loss aversion, like panic selling during a dip. Assess your skills, research or chart analysis, and focus on mastering it. Next, perfect your trade timing with discipline. Long-term investors patiently wait for stocks to hit bargain prices based on intrinsic value, avoiding impulsive buys. Short-term traders use strict stop losses, like selling at a 5% drop, to escape reference dependence, where you hold a stock hoping it returns to your entry price. Establish one rule: wait for value or exit fast. Write it down and follow it to keep emotions at bay. Here's a vital tactic: buy value with precision. Purchase stocks below their intrinsic value using tools like price to earnings, PE ratios, or cash flow models, and sell when the market recognizes their true worth. Research fundamentals to identify undervalued stocks, resisting loss aversion's urge to sell at small gains. Screen for low PE stocks and hold until your target price is met. Analyze one stock's PE this week. Now sell in stages for control. Sell shares gradually, say 25% at a 15% gain, 25% at 25%, to secure profits while staying flexible. This avoids reference dependence regrets over missing the peak and keeps cash ready for new opportunities, taming prospect theory's emotional swings. Set tiered sell points for every trade. For traders, lock in trading rules. Short-term trading requires exact entry and exit points using technical analysis, like moving averages or RSE, with stop losses, e.g. sell at 4% down, to block FOMO-fueled loss aversion. Master one indicator, set stop losses, and stick to them without fail. Choose one indicator to learn this week. Another strategy, split long and short-term trades. Use separate accounts, one for long-term value investments, another for short-term swings, to prevent risky overlaps and loss aversion's impact when losses mix. Allocate funds like 70% long-term, 30% short-term, and review monthly for focus. Finally, play the contrarian card. Buy when the crowd is selling in panic and hold back during euphoric rallies when prices are inflated. Use sentiment tools like news trends to find mispriced stocks. Turning herd-driven loss aversion into your gain. Watch for one contrarian opportunity this month. These 7 strategies are your toolkit for outsmarting biases, like loss aversion and reference dependence. For deeper insights, grab The Psychology of Winning in the Stock Market by Kamioka Masaki. It's a game changer. Subscribe, and hit that bell for more investing tips.